Good morning, friends. It's great to see everyone this morning. I'm so sorry we couldn't have a live Zoom conference. That always makes me sad not to be able to see you guys, but there are a lot of people out there right now using that same thing, and I feel like maybe it was a little overloaded and needed a rest. It probably couldn't handle everything. So I decided we are going to instead do our lesson of the morning on our YouTube channel. Are you ready for it? I am. And we will find a time to visit later because I certainly do miss each of you, and I would love to hear what you've been doing at home and how you've been a helper and a peacemaker, and especially how you're feeling, how everything is going in your life and in your world, because I miss talking to you every day. Well, today we're going to talk about a continent. Do you know your continents? I know mine. Want to hear? Do you know your continents? Your continents, your continents. Do you know your continents? Then please sing with me. North America. Hold on a second. Sometimes we like to do it this way. Right? Let's start with this, which is North America. North America, South America. Let's finish the song though. Europe and Asia, Africa. Where are you? Australia, Antarctica too. Now we're through. What on here is colored blue? The ocean, that's right. South America is the new continent that we're going to study. And it's one of my favorite ones to study because it's so full of beautiful, amazing wildlife and people. And it's very different from a lot of what we do here in North America. But there are some similarities, and it's always nice to try to find the similarities between us and other people, isn't it? But South America is really neat. They speak, for the most part, Spanish and some Portuguese and some other local languages. Let me show you a little bit about it. Let's talk about the actual map of South America first. I went to find our puzzle map this morning. We need a new one. So instead, we're just using our control charts, okay? Here's the shape of South America. You see that? Mom and Dad, when we have this out, means we're taking out our South America puzzle map and we're matching each piece to its correct location here in the continent. And we also have a copy of it with the names of the countries on it. And I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about that. The big country, that one that's taking up most of that space, is Brazil. Brazil. And Brazil hosts a lot of a very special thing that we're about to learn about too that I'm not going to say yet because I'm really excited and I know you will be too. But anyway, remember Brazil. Brazil. This is French Guiana, Suriname, Guyana, Venezuela, Colombia. I know we have a lot of friends at the school who have family in Colombia. Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, and look, it's long, just like a chili pepper, right down the side of that continent. That's Chile. Paraguay, Argentina, and Uruguay, or Uruguay. Down here, there's a tiny little set of islands called the Falkland Islands, and they belong to the United Kingdom, which is in Europe. So, all surrounding this big, beautiful continent of South America is that blue ocean, and this ocean is the Atlantic Ocean. Here's the little piece that connects South America to us in North America. Some people call this Central America, and I usually teach this when I teach about North America. So we already kind of talked about that if you remember. But we're going to learn about Mr. Pink continent, South America. Let's take a look and see if I have some pictures or some information about the people and the places and the animals that live in South America. I'm pretty excited about this. I keep a folder of each each continent. And in it, I keep pictures and things that are really interesting that I'd like to share with you all. I haven't looked in this one for a while. South America is very diverse. That means it has lots of different parts to it. Some parts are unbearably hot. Other parts are very cold. There is snow, there is wind, there is rain, there is really sunny weather, there are jungles, and then there are mountaintops. You can pretty much do anything in South America. I'm going to take this phone. Actually, I'm going to come up a little closer to you. This is a picture that I love. These guanacos, they're a wild version of South America's llamas. They gather in their desert home in Chile's Torres del Paine Natural Park. Remember Chile? That was the really long one. What kind of mountains do you see behind them? I'd say pretty snowy ones, right? And I'm pretty sure that this mountain range is one called the Andes Mountains. And it's known for a lot of the things that people do there and things that are made there. We will talk about that later more. But here's a picture of the cousin to the llamas, guanacas, and they're so cute, ready to do their thing in South America. Yeah, good. This is the Lord of the Trees, a large male muriqui. Muriqui? I think it's muriqui. A woolly spider monkey feeds on a monstera plant. An adult boy one can weigh almost 35 pounds and measure 5 feet long, including his tail. Leaves, fruit, and flowers make up most of the animal's diet. He's an herbivore. Muriquis are native only to Brazil, and they are in danger of extinction. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with what extinction is, but it is something we are definitely going to be talking about over the next few weeks with this fun unit we're starting. Extinction is when an animal, a very specific type of an animal, for not just all monkeys, but the muriqui monkey, is in danger of not being alive anymore at all on the earth. Meaning something's happened where they haven't been taken care of properly, or where they live in their home and their habitat has not been taken care of very carefully, and they're having trouble surviving, and we might be seeing the last of them. We have to help with this, and you can help, and we will talk about this more. There's a picture of him, though, for now. Pretty darn cute. Ooh, this is beautiful, you guys. This is Angel Falls. It hurdles 3/5 of a mile from the brow of Ollantaytambo, which is a flat mountain. It is the world's highest waterfall. It is 16 times the height of Niagara Falls. Look at that. It's really hard to even see how big it is because there's nothing to show you how small you would be next to it. That's called a perspective. But I'm telling you, that thing is gigantic. I would not want to go riding down that. Not at all. Hey, look what I just saw. Right there? That's an airplane. That gives you a little bit of a perspective. Woo! Highest waterfall.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Excuse me. Highest waterfall. That's a record. And South America is known for having a couple other records too. And we'll get to those in a minute. All right. Oh, this is so, I just put it in because it's so cute. This is a baby guanaco. It's a baby one. And he has found a quiet place to rest among the daisies. He's so sweet. I thought you guys would enjoy him. Or her. I don't know. What else is in my folder? Oh, this is nice. Yes. Here we go. This is called the Pampas. It's part of Argentina, and they call it the bread basket, and that's because it makes them a lot of money. They make a lot of money off of it, and the plains, the soil right there, the dirt that is under all that green stuff is very, 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 very kind and fertile. And anything they plant there just grows and grows and grows. There are a few places like that that are special in the world. This one, and there's one called the Fertile Crescent, and there's what, well, there are so many, but this one is in Argentina, and it's called Pampas, okay? It's very beautiful. The flat, flat, flat plains with beautiful, rich, deep soil underneath. Okay, let's look at, hold on, this. This is a woman in Peru. She sells bread at her store that is on the street. And she sells candied apples. Doesn't look like a store we would go to, does it? But this is what some stores might look like in Peru. I have some other ones. These are just people, because I want you to see that some of the people have different ways of dressing or doing things than we do, but some of them are just like us in a lot of ways. This one's special. This is a picture of a little boy in Peru at a Montessori school, just like yours. Look at him. He has a little stuffed animal of is it an alpaca? Maybe it's an alpaca, or is it a guanaca? I don't know, but he's darn happy to be there, isn't he? Look at him. I bet we could look at the work in that classroom, and we could probably do a lot of it ourselves. Now this is another little girl in Peru. Look how beautiful their clothing is. Her mom or grandma or whoever's hand she's holding. Yes, they've made these clothes. They make a lot of textiles and fabrics in these areas. And these are what are called traditional wear. So this is something that their people have worn for years and years and years, and it helps to celebrate their heritage and kind of keep a tradition like we talked about over the holidays. So look at that, Peru. I like this picture a lot. Here's a family. That's a whole family, and you can kind of see they're in traditional dress. Yep, but they kind of have a couple modern things too. You can tell they might just sometimes wear a t-shirt and some jeans like you do. This is a sweet picture too. Here's a grandma and her little granddaughter. And what is in her lap? A baby goat. Come on, that's adorable. Look at those beautiful clothes. My goodness, can you imagine the amount of time they put into making these? And how happy that little girl probably was to get that beautiful dress from her grandma. More traditional dress. Now wait on that one. This stays here. Oh, I'm excited for this part. Getting ready to move into it in a second. All right, I'm going to show you something else real quick. Mom and Dad. Oh, here's one more picture. This is just a picture of some boys that are in, hold on, I have to read it. Bolivia. There they are. You can see they're wearing clothes a lot more like yours. Yeah. Those are just some pictures of South America, and I'm going to keep adding to this collection so you guys can see lots more of some of what South America can look like. Mom and Dad, and you, little guys over there at home. When we start a unit on a continent, we like to really look at the shape of the continent. Your children are familiar already with the shape of South America and the fact that in the Montessori classroom, it's pink to delineate what it is. It's always pink. So, I will be sending a follow-up packet to you, which will include something similar to, not that, wait, there's more, to this. However, it will be blank. There will not be any writing on the sheets, and that is up to you if you feel like your child would like to write the names. Some of them are probably ready for that, but definitely not all of them. Really what we're going to do, I'm also sending you this. This is a copy of the colors of the Montessori South America map, and it is a coloring exercise. It is all about staying in the lines, up and down, soft movement, and following the color pattern that you see here. I'll send you a copy of the master and a blank for your child to color in, and then afterward, I'm sending you the names of the countries too. It would be great just to remind them of the names of the country as you go as well. That is South America. There's something else really, really special about it though. I told you it's a land of records. There are so many things that are the biggest things in the world from South America, or the scariest, or the creepiest maybe even. But one thing is the longest river in the world. This is the top of South America. Do you see that? That big blue line is called the Amazon River, and it goes almost all the way across. My goodness gracious, it's big. There's something else interesting that I think you're really going to find pretty cool. Let's look at this. Huh. Do you notice the big green piece right there? It's kind of right around the river, isn't it? If I were to put these on top of each other, well, this big green patch is where you will find the Amazon jungle. We're going to study the jungle, or the rainforest. I prefer to call it the rainforest, which really means that it's just a forest that is made, it's very super big, and it rains almost all of the time. It's all about the climate and the temperature and the things that live there that make it the Amazon jungle or rainforest. How interesting that the river runs right through it. Guess what? The river drains the rainforest. It drains it, and it's the longest river in the world. You can imagine how big the rainforest is. Now, South America is not the only place with rainforests, but we are going to specifically study the Amazon rainforest, okay? So to start that off, I'm going to read you some really cool stuff about it, some fun facts, and then I'm going to read you a quick book. And then I'm going to send you some stuff home to do, and I'm going to do a whole bunch more cool lessons and crafts and activities with you, because the rainforest is one of my favorite things to teach about, because I learn something new every time. I've got some cool work here. Here are 10 facts about the Amazon rainforest. 40% of the South American continent, which is just a little less than half, maybe this much, is covered by the Amazon rainforest. That's big. Nearly 2/3 of the Amazon rainforest is found in, remember the name of that big country? Brazil. Yeah, this guy right here. 2/3 of it is found there. That's most of it. It is drained by the longest river in the world, which is called the Amazon River. Wow, millions and millions of forest trees have been cut down since the 1970s. We will have to read a little bit more about that so that we can learn about it together. But those trees, it's actually estimated that 16,000 different species of trees live inside of the Amazon rainforest. 1600, 16,000. That's a big number, you guys. Woo! More than 430 species of mammals are found in the Amazon, but most of them are bats and rodents. We just studied fish, and we'll learn more about them. But the Amazon rainforest is full of all kinds of animals. Wow. It is also home to the largest rodent in the world, the capybara. They're so funny looking. I love them. And they can weigh 200 pounds. Woo! That's more than me. Oh, sloths, anteaters, and armadillos also live very commonly in the Amazon. And millions of species of insects are found there. 90% of all of the animal species in the Amazon. It's mainly insects, that means. Oh, my yuckies. Oh, my interesting. Very interesting. We're going to learn a lot about what lives there. It is also estimated that if the current rates of warming in our world continue, a lot of the Amazon could transition from being a rainforest into being a savanna. We'll learn about that too. A savanna is a different biome, and it doesn't hold the same kind of life or food or culture that rainforests do. That would be a major change. All right, that's a little bit about rainforests. Now, check this out. I wanted you to see a picture of the Amazon River from above. And this is a picture, not a drawing. I want you to see how lush and beautiful and green all those trees are and how beautifully blue that river is. There is the Amazon River inside of the Amazon rainforest. So, there's a very special book that I'm going to read on a different video, but for now, I just wanted to read a quick book for you. Maybe two. This one is called Living in a Rainforest. Yeah, people can live there too. Some of those people they gather in things similar to tribes. They're indigenous, which means their people have been in that area for hundreds and thousands of years, way before we came along and started building buildings and such. Kind of like Native Americans, but these are Native South Americans. Living in a rainforest. Does this look, how about I bring this down? Does this look like a good place to live? This is a tropical rainforest. This map shows the areas of the world that are covered by the rainforests. Here's the equator, you see. They're very close to the equator because, as we learned earlier this year, the closer you are to the equator, the warmer. Tropical rainforests are found in very warm parts of the world. The trees there grow very close together. The leaves form a sort of high roof above the ground, and that roof is called a canopy. See if you can remember that. Imagine you're standing in a rainforest. You could hardly see the sky or the sun in the canopy. It blocks them out. You probably would get wet too. It rains every day in a rainforest. They're full of plant and animal life, but not too much human life. Some people do make their homes in rainforests, and they live in groups called tribes. Here's a picture of a rainforest tribe. The tribes have a way of life that is very different from what you might be used to. No electricity, no refrigerator, no TV, no car. When they live in a rainforest, often they travel in a canoe on the Amazon River. Rainforest houses are called thatched huts. Thatched means it's made from a reed or straw or leaves. Those houses look different than ours. A rainforest tribe might build its huts along a river. There the people can catch fish, and they might hunt small animals like monkeys to eat. Well, that's resourceful. Rainforest people also eat plant. If they eat animals and plants, that means they're omnivores, remember? Some Indians of the Amazon rainforest make their food from the roots of a plant called cassava. The Amazon rainforest is found in South America. It is the largest rainforest in the whole world. Many interesting animals and birds are found there. This bird is called a toucan. We're going to be learning the parts of a toucan. Much of Central Africa is a rainforest. There are also tropical rainforests in southeastern Asia. This is a leopard that lives in the forest in Africa. Beautiful. The trees of a rainforest are some of the oldest and the tallest in the world. This rainforest tree is so tall that the top of it won't even fit into that picture. Phew. Tropical rainforests are being cut down every day. Roads and towns and farms now stand where rainforests once were. That used to be a beautiful green lush rainforest. What happened to it? Somebody cut it down. But most rainforests are protected from being completely cut down. The people of the rainforests will continue to live there for many years. That's some form of chores like you do at your house. This guy's doing something to cassava root. Today we learned about the canopy, which we'll learn a lot more about. The cassava roots. We saw a picture of a leopard. The rainforest. A thatched hut. A tribe. A toucan. This little book is pretty cool. It's just called Living in a Rainforest. And that's really all that I think I need to read to you today, because I just wanted you to understand where the rainforest was. I have one more thing I want to show you before I get off of here and get to sending your mom and dad some stuff. This is a map of biomes. If you check this out, the blue is the ocean. The white is a polar region, meaning it's snowy. If you look at the green is all temperate or tropical forest, the dark green. So check this out. Sorry, don't want to confuse you, and you're going to have to look closely. The dark green is temperate, tropical forest, which is the same as a rainforest. These are light green down here, just so you can see the difference. So all of this tropical forest covers up most of South America, right next to the snow. That's pretty fascinating, isn't it? Let's look at this too. Different viewpoint of it. You can look at this one. Again, all the green up here. Those are tropical forests. Whoa. I think it would be really neat to visit, don't you? Okay, I'm going to be sending you some fun things to look at and get done at your house with mom and dad or whoever's helping you out and spending time with you, because we're going to get onto this study of South America. If you have any pictures of stuff you've been doing, I'd love to see them. You can send them to me via email, Mom and Dad can put them on our Facebook group, whatever you want. But I certainly do miss seeing your faces. I hope to see them again soon, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about South America this morning. See you soon. Adios.